Civil services is one of the most prestigious services that every aspirant dreams for. Now, when we try to prepare for civil services, finding the best institution for your guidance is key factors which every student is searching for. Now, when we talk about my institution, which is Psyche World IS, there are questions often students ask from me, why is my institution best for the preparation? So, there are certain things which an institution always requires. And the best part of Psyche World IS is the aim and goal of this foundation to establishment of Psyche World IS Institute is quite unique. When we came up with this idea of finding this institution, we had one foremost important thing in our mind, that we will be helping students who have limited resources. And when we talk about limited resources, I mean sometimes it's money constraints, sometimes it's lack of proper guidance, sometimes it's the lack of material which student requires, because UPSC itself is a very wide and vast subject in terms of preparation, and people do not get proper researched material for preparing the same. Now, when we talk about mentoring students who are confused, it's just like in our 11th and 12th classes while choosing our subjects, that whether I should go for PCM, whether I should go for commerce, whether I should go for humanities, a proper counseling is required. Our institution gives that counseling right from the inquiry on our desk. And of course, my institution is for noise beginners to mature who are already in preparations. We do not distinguish between the two. For us, everyone is the same. Now, once you are well versed with the establishment of Psyche World, I would like to come on the strategies which we make to give the students best we can. So, we have different strategies for different levels. As everyone knows, there are 3 levels in civil services. First is PT, preliminary test. So, when we talk about PT requires researched material. You cannot prepare for PT without having a well-versed researcher behind you. So, once we start with our PT preparations, we provide Sure 70. Sure 70 is our magazine which comes in 7 parts, 10 topics in each part, and each and every theme is researched in such a manner that it helps you to crack your CSE. UPSC, when we talk about UPSC, there are various areas which you need to focus, and these are the 70 themes. If you focus on, we guarantee you 140 marks at least in your paper out of 200. Second, we give hand notes for every class. Every class which we take, we give you hand notes. We have Monday to Friday classes, regular batches, where it's not just mere class. There the faculties will not be just giving you lectures. They start their class with daily assessment of what they taught you in the previous class. Followed by the current affairs, a brief discussion of a current affairs just like news and stuff. It's for 10 to 15 minutes so that every student sitting in the class is at least having the basic knowledge of what they are dealing with in UPSC. And then it comes to doubt and discussions. Once the class is over, your faculties will be present right in front of you and you can ask if you have any doubts. We will not be making you wait for asking your doubts, and we will not be asking you to take appointments for clearing your doubts. Now, Saturdays are not free in our institution. Again, we have certain plans for our Saturdays as well. And we believe that if you don't sacrifice your Saturdays, being a civil servant would be a tough task. So you have a busy schedule of Saturdays in our institution as well. So what we do on Saturdays, we have a weekly test which focuses mainly on MCQs of PT and mains depending upon the type of subject we are dealing weekly. Second thing is class of current affairs. We have a dedicated class for current affairs on every Saturday, which is followed by the CSAT classes. Now when I talk about CSAT, let me be very clear. My institution focuses on CSAT right from the beginning. We won't be coming and telling you that we will be taking CSAT and we will be taking just 22 classes, 20 classes right before the PT. We will be focusing on CSAT right from the starting so that you are well versed with the pattern of CSAT. Because we believe that if the qualifying paper is not getting cracked, your PT will not even be checked. So we are doing this in our institution right from the beginning. And of course, if you are with us, you are cracking your mains, you are cracking your PT, then we'll be preparing you for mains. Now let's see what we'll be doing in mains. What is our strategy for our students in our institution for mains? So when you talk about mains, we have a very good motto which our founder Dr. Indresh Rao gives, that read less, write more for mains. And why does he say that? He says that because you need to tell your strategies to the examiner who will be checking the copies of mains. He is not sitting there to have a scripted things. He needs to know what quality you have so that you should crack your mains. So when we talk about read less, write more, we have strategies to develop the same within you. And what are the strategies I would be telling you here? Develop analytical ability in the students. See, civil examinations are not cracked by people who just mug up things and jot down in the paper. You yourself should have an ability to analyze the situation and think upon the topics while making the policies prior. So when I talk about analytical ability, we start this preparation right from the first class of mains. Now when we talk about analytical ability, it's not just regarding the topics you are studying. It's about the current affairs. It's about what is going on in the society. What is the exact situation? What is the economical situation? What is the psychological market and upbringing of the customers? What is the basic world affairs going around in your country as well as neighboring countries, or for that matter of fact whole world? On basic topics as well, it's not just that you need to be well versed with just current affairs. On basic topics as well, like roti kapda makan, you must be aware about such topics as well. It's not just that you will be discussing what Donald Trump is saying, what Modi is doing. You need to be well versed with these three things also, roti kapda makan, because you will be dealing as an IAS officer, as a civil servant with these issues as well. So we teach them how to write answers in class and also on weekends. We do not define scripts. We believe that what is needed should be done on that point of time. So when we talk about mains, we are not solely dedicated these many hours, these things. We are dedicated, then every student who deserves what should be awarded to them at right point of time. So we teach them how to write answers in class as well as in weekends. We assess their answers and provide them feedback on daily basis as well as weekly basis, depending upon the schedule of the faculties. Correlation with current affairs. Again, when you write your answers in mains, your answers should be well framed. Your answers should be the mirror of what thought process you carry in your head. So correlating your answers with current affairs is very important thing. This will make you different from other students who are not qualifying and you are qualifying. And then interpretation of mains questions. So there's a very good question. It's just an example of my student days. My history teacher always used to ask us to make questions. And you know why she used to do that? She always said that if you have an idea of making a question, you will already know what to answer in that. So when we talk about interpretation of mains question, it comes from that idea that if you understand the question well, you can answer what the examiner is expecting from you in your answer sheet. And again, concept maps of answer framing and writing. So when I talk about concept maps, there are certain things which are required while you write your mains. There are facts, there are correlation with current affairs, there is conclusion, there is introduction. There are plenty of bullet points which you need to describe just in 1500 words or 2000 words. So concept mapping of your answer is very important over there. Cut. Pani.